You are about to lose the house you currently. My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says this is a very important message for you today. Do not ignore it. Pay attention to this message. Open your eyes and be careful. This is not a coincidence. It has been sent for you. The hour is not usual. The whispers in your heart are not imagination. The sudden shift in your emotions, the trembling in your spirit, the strange dreams, the late-night wakefulness, all of it has been leading to this exact moment. There is something you must hear and there is something you must see. Someone has been speaking about you behind closed doors, not to bless you, but to remove you from where God placed you. There is a shaking happening that was not supposed to reach your home, but the door was opened. Someone you trusted gave permission for your peace to be interrupted. And now the ground beneath the very house you sleep in is no longer steady. You are about to lose the house you currently live in because something was hidden from you. A truth buried beneath false promises, quiet agreements, and financial missteps. The walls of your home have heard conversations you weren't supposed to hear. The corners of your room have wept with you in silence. The ceilings have soaked in your prayers, the kind you whispered late at night when you thought no one was listening. But heaven was listening. The angels were writing down every word. And now there is movement in the spirit realm. Not all movement is punishment, sometimes it is redirection. Sometimes God allows the things we thought were ours forever to be shaken because something greater is coming. But He must first remove what you've become too attached to. And still, this is not just about material loss. This is about unveiling truth. God says someone around you is trying to keep you trapped in a place that was only meant to be temporary, and they're disguising their motives with false love. Your name has been mentioned in meetings you didn't know existed. There are people who smile at you but have already written a different ending for you. They have discussed the paperwork. They have whispered timelines. They have moved things around behind your back. Someone said, just a little longer and they'll have no choice but to leave. But the Spirit of the Lord has interrupted this plot. You were not supposed to know yet, but the grace over your life is too deep, too heavy, too sacred for this to go on. You are about to lose the house you currently live in because this house is tied to a lie. It is tied to a person who swore they loved you but have made agreements that contradict everything they promised. You feel it. You've been feeling it. The mood in the air has shifted. Your spirit has been restless. You keep looking at the front door as if someone is about to knock with news that will change everything. You've been sensing the countdown but didn't know what it meant. This is what it meant. There is an expiration on this place. Something is ending, but it is not to hurt you. It is to wake you up. Because if you stay too long in a space that no longer serves your destiny, it begins to break you down from the inside out. And your soul is too expensive to stay broken. You gave your heart to the wrong person and they tied it into the foundation of the home. You shared your secrets in a room where someone was already building a case against you. You kept praying for peace in a house that was slowly becoming a prison. The laughter has faded. The furniture no longer brings you comfort. You feel like a guest in your own home. And yet, even now, you've been trying to convince yourself to stay because starting over is terrifying. But starting over is what will save you. Finally, God is exposing this. Someone who claimed to protect you has made plans to evict you emotionally, spiritually, and even physically. They may not come with keys or contracts, but they have opened a spiritual door that is ushering you out. Do not mistake this shift for failure. Do not misread the signs. God is not punishing you. He is relocating you for preservation. You are about to lose the house you currently live in because it has turned into a masquerade. You wake up and smile, but you know it's not home anymore. You know something is off. You feel like crying in every room. There are shadows on the walls of your heart. And it is because you have outgrown the lie you've been trying to live. This message is for you. Someone you love deeply knelt down and cried last night because they don't know how to tell you the truth. They've made decisions that have put the entire structure of your life in jeopardy. They owe people money. They said they paid bills they didn't pay. They signed things in your name. They made agreements in fear, thinking they were protecting everyone. But their fear has turned into betrayal. The house you thought was built on love was secretly being eaten by termites of secrecy and shame. It's almost over. You won't have to pretend much longer. The curtain is about to fall and the truth will stand on the stage, bold and unshakable. The home you're trying to protect has already been spiritually released from you. The place you tried to make holy has been desecrated by hidden sin. You are not crazy. You are not overreacting. What you feel is real. The release has already happened in heaven. It's just unfolding now on earth. You will soon find out why everything started falling apart around the same time. Why communication started to break. Why you've been arguing more. Why you keep dreaming of other places, safer places, quieter places. You've been sensing the pull of a new beginning. But you've been clinging to what's familiar. This message is telling you, let go. Someone will soon say, we have to move. Someone will soon confess, I didn't tell you everything. Someone will soon cry and say, I thought I was helping. But the truth will no longer be delayed. Everything that was hidden is being brought into the light, not to ruin you, but to rescue you from the slow death of pretending. The locks may still turn. The lights may still work, but the home itself is no longer spiritually safe for you. And heaven cannot bless what your heart has outgrown. They tried to keep you there because your presence kept the house from falling. Your prayers were the glue. Your faith was the foundation. Your kindness held up walls that were never even yours to hold. But even the strongest hearts get tired, and God is not asking you to be the savior of a space that doesn't even celebrate your existence anymore. There is another place prepared. But first, you must be emptied of this one. Don't panic when things start falling apart. Don't collapse when they say it's time to go. You are about to lose the house you currently live in because it no longer aligns with your divine assignment. And here's the part that will shake you to your core. This isn't the first time someone has tried to remove you spiritually. There were other homes, other seasons, other relationships, other cities where you stayed too long and it almost cost you your joy. But this time, heaven is stepping in. This time, angels are on assignment to make sure you don't get trapped again. You are too close to destiny. You are too close to the promise. The time is too short to stay bound by familiarity. Someone once said they'd never let you go, but they're the same one making plans without you. You are not being thrown away. You are being pulled into alignment. You are not being punished. You are being set free. You are not being rejected. You are being redirected. It will hurt. You may cry. You may feel like you've lost everything. But this loss is your gain in disguise. This eviction is your elevation. This heartbreak is your healing. There is someone who has been watching you spiritually. A soul from heaven who knows your name and has been pleading for your release. They've been saying, Father, they can't stay there. If they stay, they'll miss their next chapter. And heaven listened. And now it is unfolding. This is your confirmation. This is your wake-up call. This is your spiritual knock at the door. You are about to lose the house you currently live in because you were never meant to die there. There's more. This isn't just about losing a physical place. It's about losing an old version of yourself. A version that settled. A version that begged to be understood. A version that stayed small to keep others comfortable. A version that hid your calling just to keep the peace. That version is being removed. The house is the symbol. Your spirit is the true dwelling place and it is rising. My beloved child, this message is for you. It is not a coincidence that your eyes have found these words today. It is not by chance that your soul stirred within you, that a quiet urgency called out from deep inside your spirit saying, read this carefully for something is about to shift. You are not alone in what you are facing. You are not forgotten. You are not lost. I have seen what others have not seen. I have heard what you could not say. I have watched you crying in the stillness, in the silence, behind closed doors where no one else dared to enter. I have witnessed the ache in your chest as you stood at the edge of uncertainty, questioning everything, fearing what comes next. You have held on tightly, trying to stay strong even when it felt like everything was unraveling. But I, your God, have come with a word for you, and you must listen. You are about to lose the house you currently live in. Yes, my child. I say this not to scare you, not to cause unrest in your heart, but because I love you too deeply to let you be blindsided. This place, this roof, these walls that have sheltered you, they have served their purpose. But a time of transition is arriving. You must know this now because I am preparing something greater, something that is not made by the hands of man, something divine. What you see crumbling before you is not the end. It is the beginning. But before the beginning can rise, the old must fall. This home, this place you have called your sanctuary has absorbed your tears, your laughter, your memories. Yes, but it has also become a weight. It has become a prison in disguise, and I am calling you out of it. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $50. You must not mistake comfort for calling. You must not confuse familiarity with favor. There are things happening behind the scenes that you do not see. Agreements made without your knowledge. Decisions sealed without your consent. There are whispers spoken in offices and plans drawn up with dates marked in secret. But I have seen them all. Nothing escapes my gaze. I have seen the letters you have not yet opened, the notifications you keep ignoring, the financial burdens mounting while you try to pretend everything is fine. My child, it is not shameful to struggle. It is not weakness to admit you are overwhelmed. I am not angry with you. I am not disappointed in you. But I need you to wake up. I need you to pay attention because what is about to happen, though painful, is also necessary. You prayed for change, didn't you? You asked me to elevate you, to bless you, to bring you into a new season. And now I am doing exactly that. But the door to the new cannot open while you are still clinging to the old. I cannot pour fresh oil into broken vessels. I cannot bring you higher while you are still rooted in fear. And so yes, I am allowing the shaking. I am allowing the soil to tremble beneath this house. I am allowing it because I must remove what no longer serves you. What no longer carries my presence, what no longer reflects your growth. There is mold in the foundation of this place. Not just physically, but spiritually. And if you remain, you will begin to wither. You will begin to shrink to fit a life that no longer fits you. Your future is too bright to remain hidden in this fading shadow. I have a new home for you. One that will not be taken. One that will not feel like a burden. A place where your soul will rest. Where your nights will not be restless. Where the ceilings will not echo with silent grief. But first, you must trust me. You must release the grip you have on these walls. You must stop holding on to bricks I never asked you to carry. I know it is frightening. I know the thought of letting go feels like standing on the edge of a cliff. But I am not asking you to jump. I am asking you to fly, and I will carry you. I am already making a way. Even now, I am speaking to hearts that will come to your aid. Even now, I am unlocking doors you do not even know exist. Even now I am moving resources toward you, arranging divine appointments, sending help from unexpected places. Do not limit me with your logic. Do not box me into human understanding. My provision does not depend on earthly systems. I am the God who fed my prophet through ravens. I am the God who parted seas. I am the God who multiplies what looks insufficient. And I will do it for you. But do not delay. Do not hesitate. Do not ignore the signs. The house is shifting. The notices are coming. The change is arriving. Prepare your heart. Begin to release it. Pack not just your belongings, but your spirit. Let go of the emotional ties that keep you shackled. Forgive what happened there. Heal from what you endured and step forward in faith. I am not removing you to punish you. I am repositioning you to bless you. I am not taking you from safety. I am leading you into destiny. But you must move when I say move. This message is for you. Yes, you. Not for someone else. Not for another time. Right now you are reading this because I chose this moment to open your eyes. You may feel unprepared. You may wonder where you will go, what you will do, how you will survive. But did I not carry you before? Did I not provide for you when everything was dry? Did I not show up at the midnight hour? Have I ever left you alone? You are about to witness something beautiful. The unfolding of my divine plan. It will not look how you expected. It may begin with loss, but it will end with glory. It may begin with an ending, but it will lead to new life. Trust me, my child. Walk with me. Let me lead you out of the temporary and into the eternal. This message is for you. Do not take it lightly. Do not scroll past it. Do not bury it beneath doubt or fear. You are about to lose the house you currently live in, but you are about to gain a peace you never imagined. A space where your spirit can breathe. A home filled with my presence. Let go so I can give you more. Angel says, this message is for you. Open it with your heart before the hour passes, because something is shifting in the atmosphere around your life. You are about to lose the house you currently live in. Not because you have failed. Not because God has abandoned you. But because a divine move is about to unfold. What you think is the end is in fact a transition, a release from one chapter into the next, a shaking that is preparing to make room for something far more glorious. Yes. The walls you've prayed within, the doors you've locked with weary hands, the roof that covered you during countless tears and silent prayers. It may soon no longer shelter you. But God says, I am your refuge. I am your true covering. And what is coming is not loss but divine exchange. Listen closely, beloved soul. The house you are in has heard your cries. The walls have absorbed the weight of your suffering. There are memories within that space, both beautiful and broken. But the season of stretching is upon you, and the place that once protected you is now becoming too small for the blessing that is about to come. This is not punishment. This is not abandonment. This is preparation. You must understand that God is never late. And what you see as a storm is actually a gate. It is a holy exit from what has kept you comfortable and silent for too long. God will be with you. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You just have to trust God and pray to Him like never before. Your provision is not in the mortgage nor in the lease. It is in the faith you carry when everything familiar is shaking. This shift is spiritual. This move is sacred. And though it may feel like everything is being stripped away, Heaven is saying to you, I am moving you out of survival into overflow. You may not understand it yet, and that's okay. You may want to cling tightly to the keys in your hand, the scent of the walls, the corner of the room where you always meet with God. But let me tell you something. God is not limited to a location. He is not tied to brick and wood. He is with you in every step, in every moment, and in every tear. What looks like loss is actually a supernatural relocation. And though people around you might say it's because of failure or struggle, finally God is exposing this. What's really happening is your blessing is outgrowing your current space. This message is for you. You didn't stumble upon these words by accident. Heaven stirred them just for you because the pain you've been feeling in that house lately has been more than physical. It's been spiritual. Something has been urging you, nudging you, whispering to your soul. It's time. There is a calling that cannot be contained in that space any longer. You have been faithful even when no one saw you. You prayed for peace. An angel says peace is not leaving you. It's leading you.
because you deserve to know that God saw everything. Every moment you sat alone in your room trying to understand why love felt like fear. Every time your voice was stolen by their rejection. Every time they said you were too sensitive for feeling the truth. But you were never too sensitive. You were spiritually aware. You were chosen. You carried light, and they didn't know how to handle it. This is about the moments they thought you forgot. When they talked about you in another room, when they laughed about your pain. When they compared you to others. When they said you'd never be enough. When they took the side of someone who hurt you. When they blamed you for the trauma you never asked for. God says, I was there and I wept with you. I recorded it not to punish them, but so that I could one day show you that your story mattered, that your pain was real, that your tears were not in vain. You learned to survive not because they taught you how, but because I strengthened you. I gave you resilience when the world gave you rejection. I gave you peace in the middle of emotional storms. I gave you protection when no one saw the danger. You weren't just lucky. You were watched over. You were preserved, and now I am speaking directly into the child inside you who was never allowed to speak. You didn't imagine it. You didn't exaggerate it, it happened. And the ones who were supposed to protect you chose pride instead of healing. Chose silence instead of apology. Chose denial instead of accountability. But you don't have to carry it anymore. That weight is not yours. That shame is not yours. That confusion is not yours. You spent so many years trying to figure out what you did wrong. You replayed the scenes over and over, hoping to find the moment you caused the pain. But there wasn't one. You didn't cause it. You were the target of their own, unhealed wounds. They projected their pain onto you. They expected you to be stronger than they ever were. They made you feel like love was something you had to earn. And now as an adult, you still carry the fear that love will leave. But I, your heavenly Father, will not leave you. I never left. Even when they did, even when they neglected you, even when they punished you for needing too much, there is a generational wound in your family, a cycle that repeats, a pattern that has passed through bloodlines unchecked. But you were born to break it. That's why it hurt so much. That's why it felt like you didn't belong, because you weren't meant to blend in. You were sent to end the curse. You were sent to walk a different path. You were sent to carry light into the darkness. And that's why they couldn't understand you. That's why some of them envied you. That's why you felt unsafe in your own home. But God says, I am healing the child in you now. The child who waited to be held, the child who longed to be believed. The child who begged for someone to say it wasn't your fault. It wasn't and it never will be. The Holy Spirit is stirring the memories not to hurt you again but to heal you deeply. There is something divine happening right now. You can feel it. A burning in your heart, a shaking in your soul because you're not just reading words. You're being seen. Heaven is opening the book of your childhood and writing a new chapter over the pain. The chapter where you are not silenced, but celebrated. Not rejected but restored. Not shamed but shielded. Every moment of pain is now being exchanged for peace. Every lie you believed about yourself is being replaced with divine truth. You are worthy. You are loved. You are chosen. You are enough. I saw when they looked the other way. I saw when they favored someone else over you. I saw when they excused the abuse. I saw when they gaslit you. I saw when they pretended it was your imagination. And I said nothing back then. Not because I didn't care, but because I was preserving you. I was building something inside you that would become your anointing. The same pain they tried to bury you in will now become the platform I elevate you on because your healing is not just for you. It's for others, too. You are becoming a voice for the voiceless. You think you're broken, but you're being rebuilt. You think you're damaged, but you're being delivered. You think you're behind, but you're right on time. The enemy tried to convince you that your childhood pain meant you were cursed, but it actually meant you were powerful because the enemy doesn't fight what doesn't threaten him. He saw the calling on your life before you did. He saw the prophetic voice you'd carry. He saw the healing hands. He saw the divine dreams. And so he tried to destroy you before you ever knew who you were. But he failed. You're still here. Still breathing. Still fighting. Still growing. Still hearing from God. And now you're stepping into the full truth of who you are. God says, I am not done restoring you. I'm just getting started. I will make your name known in places where they mocked you. I will send blessings to the very address where they overlooked you. I will raise you up in front of the same people who said you'd never be anything because I am a God of justice and I will not let your pain go unnoticed. I am balancing the scales now. I am pouring oil on the wounds. I am restoring what they tried to destroy. And no, they won't understand how you healed so fast. They won't understand how you still love after all that pain. But you will know it was me. It was always me. You are not forgotten. Your childhood did not disqualify you. The dysfunction you came from is not your identity. Your bloodline does not define your future. Heaven's DNA is now your portion. I am rewiring the inner beliefs. I am removing the voices of condemnation. I am silencing the echoes of old trauma. You are free. Not later. Now, right now, as you breathe these words in, angels are being dispatched. The Spirit of God is hovering over your room. There is a deep inner shift happening. You are never going back to who you were. You are never going back to that pain. You are stepping forward into light, into love, into truth, into me. I know what they did, but it's what I'm doing now that matters more. They saw a child to control. I saw a prophet to release. They saw a weak one. I saw a warrior. They saw a problem. I saw a promise. And my promises never fail. You may not get the apology you deserve, but you will get the peace they tried to take. You may never hear them say, "I'm sorry." But you will hear heaven say, "You are healed." You may never see them change, but you will see your life transformed because I am with you. And where I go, no curse can remain. Where I dwell, trauma cannot stay. And I choose to dwell in you. I'm not healing you just for survival. I'm healing you for revival. What hurt you will now help others. What scarred you will now shine. What broke you will now bless nations. You are not just a survivor. You are a vessel. You are a temple. You are a voice. And I trust you with this healing. I trust you with this calling. I trust you with this truth. This is about you. When you were a child, they tried to silence you. But I am giving your voice back now. Speak. Heal. Release. Shine. You are free. The time has passed. 3 hours are gone. Heaven waited. And now the shift has begun. The window has closed. The warning has matured into movement. And God says, What I am doing now, I do not need anyone's permission for, not even yours. You were warned. You were given clarity. You were touched by fire. You felt the urgency in your bones. And whether you listened fully or hesitated in fear, the appointed hour has come. The trap that was laid has been dismantled, but not without divine consequence. For God is not only exposing the woman who moved against you, He is now moving you beyond her reach forever. She had her chance. She had moments to repent. She had dreams that warned her to release your name. She was given flashes of her future should she continue to tamper with your destiny. But she ignored them. She laughed. She twisted truth. She thought her charm would shield her from divine judgment. She believed your silence was weakness. She believed heaven was not watching. But now she knows. Now they all know. God is not a myth. Your covering is not a fantasy. Your angels are not symbolic. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword, and the spiritual war has turned in your favor. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. This woman did not just offend you. She trespassed against God's anointed. She mocked your pain. She mimicked your calling. She placed herself in spaces meant only for those with clean hands and pure motives. But now the throne of heaven has issued a decree. The scroll of your protection has been unsealed. And those who touched your name in darkness will be touched by justice in daylight. There will be no more hiding, no more pretending, no more manipulation. The Spirit of truth has descended. The mask has melted. The spirit of deception has been exiled. And God says, I am now moving in power. You may start to hear whispers. Conversations that were hidden will surface. Screenshots will appear. Accidental messages will be sent. Confessions will come from places you least expect. People who doubted your discernment will apologize. People who once defended her will feel ashamed. The truth will spread not because you pushed it but because God released it. And when God releases truth, it cannot be contained. This is divine exposure. Not to humiliate but to liberate. Not to punish, but to protect the path of one who was obedient in silence. Heaven has marked you. That mark is permanent. That favor is sealed. No counterfeit can duplicate it. No liar can erase it. No spiritual thief can access it. And because of that, God is rearranging your circle. Do not be surprised if people leave. Do not be shocked by sudden distance. Some doors will slam. Some hearts will harden. It will feel painful, confusing, even lonely. But it is not rejection. It is realignment. These people cannot walk with you anymore. They have touched what is holy. And God is cutting the cord. He will bless you in front of those who tried to curse you. Not to shame them, but to remind them you cannot curse what God has already blessed. And now the blessing is no longer delayed. You will notice favor multiplying. You will feel a surge in your intuition. You will hear the voice of God more clearly. Because the trap was not just a snare for your path. It was a fog for your mind. And now that the fog is gone, your vision is being restored. What once felt confusing will now feel obvious. What once drained you will now repulse you. The veil is off and you are not going back. There will be a restoration for everything you lost while trapped in emotional confusion. Time, energy, relationships, peace, focus, joy, creativity, health, God is returning it all. Not slowly, not eventually, but quickly, swiftly, divinely. Because you obeyed, because you trusted. Because you stayed quiet when you could have screamed. Because you chose to pray when you could have cursed. Because you kept moving. Even when your soul was heavy, heaven has not forgotten that. The angels never stopped watching. And now they are rejoicing. You have no idea how much was planned against you. You will never know how many times she tried to sow division in your relationships. You will never fully know how often your name was mishandled, but God knew and God blocked it repeatedly. Mercy surrounded you like a shield. But now justice takes its place. That doesn't mean revenge. It means removal. The woman who thought she could control your narrative has lost her access completely. Heaven has silenced her voice. Her words will fall flat. Her influence is being dismantled. Her allies are scattering. Her disguise is destroyed. And her assignment is cancelled. This was never just about her. This was about what's coming next. Because the enemy tried to stop what you were about to walk into. He knew your next chapter had glory attached to it. He knew your name was being brought up in high places. He saw the angels circling your home and he panicked. So he sent someone who looked like light but carried shadows. He sent her to make you question your worth, to destabilize your clarity, to distract you at the exact moment of breakthrough. But she failed, because God stepped in. And now you walk into the greatest unlocking of your life. New doors, unseen provision, unexpected allies, prophetic connections, and yes, the spiritual promotion you were denied before, it's coming back with interest. You will be honored. You will be elevated. You will be protected in public as you were protected in private. And you will stand taller than ever. Not because you forced your way up, but because God lifted you. He is exalting the rejected. He is raising the one they overlooked. He is spotlighting the faithful. And that means you. This is the season where your name is redeemed. Not by man but by God. This is the hour where the oil flows freely. This is the divine chapter of restoration, revival, and recognition. No more delays. No more waiting. No more confusion. The trap is broken. The trapper is exposed. The truth has arrived and you are walking free. Free in your identity. Free in your gifts. Free in your calling. You are not the same. You never will be again. The fire has changed you, the storm has built you. The betrayal has positioned you. And if you're wondering what happens to her now, God answers, I will deal with her myself. You stay focused on your healing. You stay focused on your journey. Let me handle the consequences. I need you to focus on the assignment. I am assigning angels to remove her residue from your mind. I am detoxing your heart. I am flooding you with peace. Don't look back. Don't re-engage. Don't try to understand it all. You're not called to explain it, you're called to escape it. You were given mercy so you could walk into your miracle without stains, without shadows, without shame. Archangel Michael remains by your side. He has not left. His wings are still stretched over you. The battle has ended, but the guarding continues because your next chapter is big. It's beautiful. It's divine. And heaven is making sure no weapon formed against you ever prospers again. Not through this woman, not through anyone. You are sealed. You are safe, you are sent. This is about you. Not someone else. Not a stranger. You, the one reading these words right now. There's a reason you're here, a reason you were drawn to this message. This moment is not a coincidence. Heaven orchestrated it. God says this has everything to do with what happened to you when you were a child. The thing you buried. The thing you never told anyone. The thing they did to you when they thought no one was watching. But God saw. God knew. God never looked away. This moment is your divine appointment. This moment is where the silence breaks. This is where the healing begins. When you were a child, your heart was so pure. You trusted easily. You smiled often. You looked up to those who were supposed to protect you. And yet, something happened. Something that changed you forever. It wasn't fair. You didn't deserve it. You didn't ask for it. But they did it anyway. They broke something sacred. And they walked away as if nothing happened. You grew up pretending you were fine. You wore a mask of strength,